Hi, I'm Chris, and this is Machete Comic Studio. I thought I'd give you a little sample of what we got going on here. We specialize in comic book art and comic book lessons. We do in-house lessons and we do online lessons, so we can teach you from around the world. I thought I'd give you a little tour of my huge studio and just show you some of the stuff that I'm working on. Okay, so this is my work area, my drawing table. As you can see, I've got my laptop beside me here. We got classic ink here. I got some whiteout around here somewhere. We got my mug over here for whatever I want to put in it. We've got my water. We've got my old school markers and stuff that I don't really use too much anymore. More for rough copies because I like to color on my computer. Which I'll show you that station in another episode. All my inking tools here that I like to use, all my brushes and such. I've got my trusty water. Of course, there's my little figures that I like to use to help me draw different anatomy. And this is what I'm working on right now. This is a picture of the Fantastic Four and Galactus. This will be available in our online store in various ways. So what I'm doing right now is this is the rough sketch. You can see how dirty everything is. My hand always gets nice and filthy. Sometimes I'll pull my sweatband down like that so that I don't spread the pencil, which is a nice little trick, or you can just put a piece of paper under there, a small piece. So you can see how rough this is. So when I go in with my original sketch, I keep it nice and loose. Sometimes I'll just use X's to exemplify where the dark spots are, instead of going in there and coloring the whole thing, because it just gets messy, as I said, and you're going to be erasing a lot of things. So I'd say I'm 75% done my rough copy here, and BWS does not stand for Barry Windsor Smith. It stands for Black with Stars. So I'm going to be doing this all black and putting stars in. I'll show you how I'm doing that on the inking stage. So again, this is my rough sketch. So I wasn't happy with the way that Sue Storm turned out. I'm pretty cool with the rest of them here. So what I've got is my little helper figure here to get some kind of pose going on so that I can figure out how I want her to be. So as you can see how it would come together, right? And she'll be shooting some kind of force bubble or something like that. I got Reed stretching up here thus far, and you can see they're standing on the Earth. They're defending the Earth from Galactus. So when you're drawing something like this, what you want to do is try and be as dynamic as possible. You can see I just slightly turned Galactus on an angle instead of having coming straight at you. I tried to have the hand coming out. I still may lower the hand in my final copy of this. But the layout of everything, you're going to see it's going to leave a little bit of space over here because I like to turn these into comic book covers when I'm done. I have a black and white version, I have a color version, I have a color finish version with the title Fantastic Four, and I'll emulate the cover, what it would look like with the price and everything. Actually, my wife does that. She does all the logo and placement on the computer for me after I've got it colored, which is a very tedious job that I really appreciate, and she does a wonderful job at it. So what we've got here is almost my finished rough copy, and I'm going to be light boxing it onto a nice fresh comic board. As you can see here, I love this stuff. It's a little thicker. It takes to the ink, I find, a lot better, under the pencil. I've only got one page left and we're kind of on a shutdown here, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm trying to order some online or something, but this is where I'm at right now, folks. Okay, so this is what stage I'm at with my newest piece of artwork that I'll be working on. If you look to my right here, we have our coloring station where we use an old school Mac. That's the station my wife and I share, and I will be doing something from there eventually once I get this inked. So you can see right down here is the light box, or the light board. I call it light box because I'm old. Now it's a light board that I will be tracing my rough copy onto a nice clean board. And if you keep looking down here, you can see why I'm almost tripping all the time. There's Crypto, there's Mr. Tim, and there's Beans sneaking up behind too. Beans needs to be in there as well, apparently. They're best friends. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.